Today I woke up to a profound sense of inner peace. Uh, Something of like a grandmaster Shaolin monk's meditative state washed over me as I pondered into the existential quagmires of unanswered wisdom echoing throughout the universe and humanity. Um, and ordinarily, this state of being would be unattainable by the untrained and unlearned man. But yet, I, alas, had found myself in this transient state of being once I discovered that a new episode of Invincible had been released this morning. Alrighty. I opened the episode to discover they had progressed quite quickly. You see a thumbnail of one of the main antagonists of the series in the last episode. So your mind is mentally preparing for that to be when you see him, right? This would be the first on-screen adaptation of this character. High anticipation is present for this exact reveal. And it's not, I want to say, even a minute or 2 minutes into the episode in question before you actually get to see him. Lo and behold, we're 4 seasons deep. This is a title card. This is a reveal likened unto Thanos for the MCU. I don't know why I said Thanos. It's not Thanos. It's always been Thanos to me. Always been Thanos. But he's there. And I can't remember whether you see him over the shoulder or face first, but what stayed with me, what burned my brain, what haunted me, like finding out that it's been your parents eating those cookies you left for Santa Claus in the middle of the night. The finding out that the crumbs on their faces, seeing the morning after, weren't from their own cookies, but alas, the ones you set aside for your intentions. After being disillusioned from a fairy tale, I was exposed to the haunting reality of the creative decisions that the team behind the Invincible animations had gone with. I'm going to put a picture out on front just to quell some of my my dismay. And you'll see, if you look at him, you just take a
Oh my
small
God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Now, some of you might be of the persuasion that this isn't that big of an issue, or you might not even really notice anything. And to those people, I say, you were never truly a part of the fan base. You were never a true fan. You were never truly committed to... Oh, crap. You were never actually truly committed to the series. You know, as somebody who has a deep appreciation, because you know that one of the highest attributes or aspects of the anticipation towards this character comes from the aura. The complete and utterly devastating degree of aura farming that happens once this man appears on screen. And you can't do that with a hairline that looks like, I just wanted to say that his hairline looks like it was put on there by an Etch-a-Sketch. His hairline looks like a warning sign for bumpy road ahead. His hairline looks like one of those electrician power symbols that we're not really going to understand, but if they looked at it, they'd know what that means. His hairline looks like, one of those construction symbols for like a bolt, like an exposed electric arc. Like, beware of that. Like, his hairline looks like, I don't know. His hairline looks like a concerned parent. His hairline looks like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? It's like so close to being right, but it's dead wrong. It was put on there with an Etch-a-Sketch, like the one in Toy Story, and they got to this part of his head when Woody discovered that there was a snake in his boot. It looks like that meme, that meme, like they actually decided to live that meme where the guy's like trying to like line him up a little bit, but then he spaghettios his like corner into like, the back of his head. He just like whoopsie daisies like his hairline into an isosceles triangle.
Ah,
What is it?
I told you to stand still. I literally said, stand still.
I did stand still. I value my airline more than anything. So, what did you do?
Wait. Relax. We can figure.
That meme? So that meme was a joke. It wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't legal advice. This wasn't something admissible in court. It was just a joke. And yet, lo and behold, it seems that they've taken it to a personal degree like unto which we would never have encouraged. There's no amount of audience, and I hope that this doesn't bleed in. Or maybe I'm getting a little bit putting the cart before the horse here. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Maybe I'm getting a little bit excited, a little adulated. Because maybe he hasn't had a lineup yet. But the energy that I get from Thrag, I think, is trying to be reflected in his disposition here. And I think that's highly problematic. I think say what you will about Thrag, but don't you dare say the man didn't understand style. Because what they're trying to do with Thrag is they're trying to give him a tiny, they're trying to give him the essence of that, dictator. And I think that's a horrible, horrible disservice to the character, because quite frankly, we didn't need to do that to his hairline. As you can see, if you look up closely, you'll see that his hair is actually slicked back, which is actually creating the frame for his, and it's supposed to be like the way that the Hat Man, you know what I'm trying to say, would have done his hair. And I just think that's just the biggest bloat of bull crap that you could have possibly put out there. Super disappointing. Super disappointed. This is an untenable. This is a insidiously astonishing disrespect. All right. Who knows? I don't know what his ethnicity is, but he better be white now. because that lineup is crazy. And honestly, I wouldn't even wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish such a state of disrepair on anybody. because that's just unacceptable. We gotta have to. Okay, what separates us from the animals? It's called a barber. It's called a lineup. You don't do that. Might as well just be feral. Be feral. This is feral. Nobody deserves that. Anyways, so I just have to get some tissue. This is making me emotional. I just think that in the next coming, here's my only critiques for the show. The show's doing really, really good. The show is doing really good. I do have my critiques. I just think the conquest fight was just enough to just completely make me forget about anything that I had and held closely as a critique before. There were some things, but I probably wait. If anybody wants to see me have any kind of reaction beyond what I've had, that of a visceral nature that I've had so far towards the show. I mean, this is enough to. I mean, I know it's a 5-star show, but I mean, this really puts a dent, a huge, irrecoverable dent to what I thought the show was going to be. And I hate to review bomb. This was looking at a strong 5 for me. This was looking at a strong 5. I went to IMDb tomorrow. Okay, I'm sorry, yesterday. I would have probably gone and just given it a straight 5 stars. But now I'm afraid that my review is going to come off as though it is a review bomb, like I'm making a negative review on the reputation of the show for trivial reasons. But this isn't. This is a magnanimous. This is a absolutely insurmountable reason to give it a negative review. So I'm thinking of taking it from a 5 to like a 4.7. I'm sorry. I would have done something different. I'm sorry. This is, I know, a little bit extreme rash. Okay, maybe 4.75, 4.78.